Gone are those days where you will just cough out money and give to agents to tell them to process visa for you. I want to go to a particular country. Please take this huge amount of money, process this visa for me. And the agent will end up giving you any type of visa. To them, when you get to that country, you will know how to settle, you will know how to get your papers and all that. Gone are those days when you do that. I believe that social media now, like they are exposing everything. It's left for you to make a thorough research so that you know the type of visa you're using to relocate to another country. The type of visa you get is a major determinant on how well you can settle in that country. Now, I discovered that there are so many people that are qualified to get permanent residence before coming to Canada. But because they were told by agents or their representative that it is very difficult, it is not possible to get permanent residence before coming to Canada, they end up doing visiting visa for those people. They end up doing student visa for those people that are initially qualified, especially people that are like 3 or 4 years back, when the cutoff point or the comprehensive ranking score was not really high as now. I was talking to some few people, and judging by their age and some factors they had then, they would have qualified to come in as a permanent resident. But guess what? They used agents that told them that when you come, they used agents that did visiting visa for them. And the agent told them that when they come, they'll be able to look for a way to get a job and then convert to work permit and all that, those gibberish things that they used to do then. But now it's not even possible anymore for you to start looking for work, even with a visiting visa. It's not possible anymore. Now, what am I trying to say? When you are doing your immigration, do a proper research. Research is very important. I really love Canada. Why? Because of their website. Their website tells you everything you need to know, and they keep updating it always so that you get abreast with the current information. You will not say, I don't know how this thing works. No, you make your proper research. Now, if you guys have listened to my story in my YouTube, I shared my story. I told you guys, based on the things I was hearing, that studying is the fastest way to relocate to Canada. I didn't know anything about permanent resident. And I also mentioned in that video, I gained admission in one of the schools that I applied to. I applied to 3 different universities in 3 different provinces, which I gained admission in Saskatchewan. But then I had to hold back and make further research. That was when I realized that, I may be qualified to come in as a permanent resident. And then I started my research. Was it easy? No, it was not easy. But at the end, it was worth it. I can imagine myself, even with my age, coming in as a student. Transitioning to become a permanent resident would have been so difficult, judging by my age. So guys, before you tell someone to help you with a visa, ensure you know the kind of visa that they are processing for you. It's not about you just coming to the country. So many people that are complaining, bet me, I'm very sure they don't know the visa that they use to come into the country. They don't even know their left from their right. And at the end, they come online to start discouraging people. Is it not Canada? There is nothing there in Canada. There is nothing there in the UK, or there is nothing there in the US. It depends on the visa the person used and how well the person did his or her own research before landing in that country. Research is the key. Don't go and do a visa that you know that at the end to get your main paper, which is the permanent resident, will be difficult for you. I see some people packing children, coming with a visiting visa. What would you do with that? You can't do anything right now with a visiting visa. It's not even possible. Some people don't still know that with a visiting visa, gone are those days where you say, oh, you get a job and they apply for work permit. You can't do it right now. So it's as good as useless, except you just come for tourism. You can't do anything with a visiting visa. So make a proper research. Stay abreast with Canada website. There it tells you everything you need to know. And another new program that came out, which is the RCIP, I will really recommend you guys to utilize that program. Okay, go online and make research so that you can get permanent resident through that program if you qualify. You may not be qualified to come in as a permanent resident maybe in 2 or 3 years ago, but then policies keep changing, new things keep popping up. That is why you need to marry Canada's website and know if any of the policies that have changed will favor you or not. So stop giving agents or your representative huge amount of money, just telling them, hey, I want to come to this country. I want to go. I have friends that still do that. They will come to my WhatsApp and tell me, hey, please, how did you go? The factors that I use might not be the same factors that will qualify you to come to Canada. No, there are different factors you need to consider. So even though I tell you this is what I use, like me that I use FSWP, the Federal Skilled Workers Program, since last year, the last 2 years, no draws in that particular route, no more draws. So the route that I use might not even be attainable for you to use to come to Canada. That is why you need to marry Canada website to know the recent policies, the recent immigration pathways that are opening if you are qualified to hop on it immediately. Anyone you see that you're qualified for, hop on it, because policy keep changing. The country keep needing new things all the time. So you might not qualify today, does not mean that you might not be qualified tomorrow. But then again, I always recommend coming as a permanent resident. It is possible. People don't know that you can get your papers while you are outside Canada. It is very possible. That was what I used. Especially if you're qualified for that permanent resident and then you allow your agent to process a visiting visa or study visa and all that. And so, you know, express entry is not just the only route you can use to come in as a permanent resident. There are 1,001 routes in Canada website that you can use to come in as a permanent resident, not just express entry. Okay, so carry out that research and stop giving agent huge amount of money to just tell them, hey, I want to come to Canada, please process a Canada visa for me. You don't know the type of visa, and then when you come here, you're stranded. Please do your research. Research is the key. Wishing you guys all the best.